Hello and welcome to True North EV. I'm here today with Stephane from Sun Country Highway and Eco Route Quebec. And we're actually going to be talking today about the NeoCharger, which is a fantastic new product that they're bringing in. It allows you to use, let's say, your dryer plug that you might have in or near the garage to plug in your dryer and plug in a charger at the same time, allowing you to save money. You don't have to run all new wire, or if your panel is almost full, you don't need to upgrade to a bigger panel. It's a great product. I would highly recommend you guys to take a look at it if you're in a situation where you're not quite sure if you're going to have to upgrade a panel or not. See if this product would be right for you. So I hope you guys enjoy. And here's Stephane. Hello to True North EV. Stephane, how are you?
Hello, James. How are you?
Not too bad. And yourself?
Very good. Very good.
So can you tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into NeoCharge, I guess?
Well, to NeoCharge, it started 2 years ago. I was doing some research on my side on power sharing, and I found their product at the prototype stage at this time, and
Yeah.
and I've been following them since. And I reached them to offer them more our expertise to develop the Canadian market, work on them on distribution, and look how we can work with this product here in Canada. It's a young and new company, and they are on the manufacturing side, and we have a great expertise on commercial marketing and sales and customer relations and service. So we
I
want.
guess just put a pause for 1 sec. I guess because just for those that don't know, who are you with currently? I guess just because you say that you have the expertise in sales, just for those that might not know who you're all connected with.
Oh yeah, it started in 2012. I've worked with Kent at Sun Country Highway because he was doing the tour of Canada, and he was in
Yeah,
Quebec, and he needed help to manage all these program in Quebec and do all the customer and press relationship during the tour. And I was introduced. He called me one day because he got my name because I was already involved in the EV industry here since a year. And he called me and reached out to me. So this led to 2013, where we launched EcoRoute Quebec in Shawinigan to be able to support the Canadian market in French. So it was a sister company of Sun Country Highway. And
okay.
in 2015, we spin it off. It was a spin-off, and I joined Kent as the co-ownership of EcoRoute Quebec, and we did some marketing, consulting programs, and everything that we need to do. And we had some project on our sides also at that time. So I also worked for other companies while we kept the company alive, but we were waiting since for 2020 to bring it back alive because we did a lot of investment before, and
Yeah.
we felt like 2020 was the good year to bring back the EV side for EcoRoute Quebec, and also to be able to support Sun Country Highway in the French market and work together since we work together since 8 years. So that's why we join again in this crazy market because it's a very nice market, and I to me it's for the NeoCharge. I was looking for a solution because installing an EV chargers a charger can be easy or it can be very expensive, and having two EV charger. One you run all the cables for one and everything, and going back again, running another cable, or having smart chargers. But sometimes you have no Wi-Fi, and so some
Yeah.
people buy the smart chargers just to be able to do power sharing. And some will do it and with Wi-Fi, but some will do it but will be half power all the time.
Yeah.
This little unit allows you to have one single 1450 plug on the wall, and you plug it, and you can plug two chargers on it. So very easy to install and to use. And what I like about it is, like, we use EVs to be able to be sustainable. And this product, with this product, there's a cable that is not produced. There's
Yeah.
equipment for the installation that is not made. The transportation for all and the supply chain and for to be able to have the cable is not done. So it has a more impact, this product, than we think. That's why I liked it, because it has an impact on carbon at the same way.
Yeah.
Because a lot of equipment or suppliers or stuff are not being made for that. So, and you also, if you own two Teslas, what I like about it is you can just plug it in the wall, and you can plug your two Tesla in it with just the cable, 1450 cable, and you don't even need to buy a charger. So you
Yeah.
can save money, but you also save all the cost and what's involved of doing these chargers and being delivered to you and installed. So there's another added value for these kind of customers that has two Tesla. So for that little box, it's very interesting to see how it can perform, and not only with EVs. I saw a lot of places, because sometimes we think in Quebec or in Canada about the winter, but a lot of places, they don't have the winter, and
Yeah.
they install the washer and dryer in the garage. And since the cable is already installed, you just need to unplug the dryer, install the NeoCharge, and plug the dryer, and plug your EV charger on it. That's all.
Well, even I have a friend here in Manitoba that has a cottage, and they have essentially a shed that has their washer and dryer in it.
Yeah.
Where it's sort of set up. You get one of the Neo chargers, and you easily then have essentially wired up to stick a charger in there and still have your dryer going.
Yeah. Or let's say that you choose to have an electric car, and now you could
Yeah.
afford a pool. So any kind or spa. Let's say that you could afford a spa, but with this little unit, with your electrician, you can use this little unit to make that. If you plug your car, the charge will start, and the spa will stop.
Yeah.
It has to be up to 40 amp for that, but you can use the benefit for that. So for the pool and or spa industry, that could be limited for sales, because there's an electric car and there's a limited power of in the panels. EV can create. It brings them another solution, not only for EVs but for appliances also. For car mechanics now, they repair EVs, and they have to have a charger on the wall to be able to charge and test. Now you can use the NeoCharge, one charger, and you still have the other plug for the other equipment that you can use for balancing the tires or a welding machine, up to 40 amps. That's the thing. So, and this product resolves a lot of situations that sometimes an EV charger can cause on the panel breaker, but also brings more options to a lot of markets.
Yeah, because actually, when you mentioned the repair shops, I never even thought of that, even though I just came back from Alberta, and my uncle is a mechanic out there. He has his own shop, and he has, a 1030 plug for his air compressor.
Yeah.
That I had an adapter for, because I was using that same plug at my in-laws' place. But yeah, for him, he doesn't want to unplug his air compressor just to then, plug to install a charger or whatever.
Yeah.
It's then able to both be plugged in when you need each one. It's ready to go.
Yeah, one side have priority side. So this one is working, the other one stops.
Yeah.
And the other one stops, the other one starts. It's very simple. And most of the units I see out there, they're working with power sharing, but they need to be synchronized with an outside server, and you need an app to use them, and you need an app to configure them, or to use a dongle in your home to be able to access Wi-Fi and make them work together. So this, in terms of customer service or experience, it creates a gateway, because it's not easy sometimes. You don't have Wi-Fi or proper signal,
Yeah.
so you lose just got a SMS that the charger is not working at 3 a.m. because you just lost Wi-Fi. So, and let's say there's a lot of basement also for MERBs. They can have also installed in the past an EV charger. Now they just have to install a 1450 plug, the NeoCharge inside, and now they can have two parking doing power sharing. So they can expand without doing a big installation. So for one $800 turning that $39, they can resolve the installation, which is less expensive than a big installation to bring all the electricity to all those spaces. So there's an added value for a lot of situation, for pre-existing situation, and for new installation, because with the law right now in Quebec or other provinces, you need to install at least a plug outside for EVs, or 10% of your parking needs to be EV ready. And most of them install the plug or 1450 plug. So it's a growing market, and portability is very important for that.
Now, I saw some people online talking about that they're essentially condo or apartment builders, and they're thinking of this for their parking areas, because as you said, 10%. Some of the provinces have the law saying 10% parking. But with this, the pictures I see, you can easily plug it in and plug it out. Is there a way then that they can secure
you can put,
it so it can't get plugged in?
Use like a metal enclosure or a little box and put it inside, and just that door and use a lock on it.
Oh, okay.
The only thing is, maybe later this unit will be able to work with Wi-Fi to be able to do monitoring and other stuff. So if it's in a metal box, it can cause problem. So I would recommend just a plastic box around it. That's you're gonna pay $60 for that, and it's very simple.
Or tell the people to get smart chargers then, and just use the chargers. Let the outlet.
You bring the outlet, and now people can just use their charger. You can use the amazing eFast, the one. Let's say that some people have just 2 volts. If you have 2 volts right now and you need a very simple installation, and you have the plug, you can buy the amazing fast 16 amp for the 2 volt at $49 each, and with the NeoCharge, and you just plug it in, and now you have a full system for that. For that's if you have a 3.3 kilowatt system for charging a car.
Okay, yeah, and I notice, like especially going back to the cottage thing, you can then easily make it so that your cottage, if it has a washer or dryer, you can almost rent it out as an EV friendly place, also, or an Airbnb type deal.
Or if the renter doesn't have an EV right now, you can remove the unit and install it somewhere else where you can use it, because they need an EV in other space. So it's mobile. Or let's say that you have your home, but you could have another place by the lake, and you just have to bring to install a plug over there. And as long as it's in interior or very secure, without it can't be installed outside. But you can bring just your 2 charger and the NeoCharge with you, on your travels, and you can charge. And sometime also you can find a place where they already have a plug outside that you can use. But with this unit, if somebody else needs to use it, it's available also. So you're not depriving somebody of
Yeah.
its power. So you can also invite a friend for at your home, and you can bring his charger and charge, and you can do power sharing easily. So
Now you had mentioned that you can only use this
yeah, it's
indoors.
indoor because it's a small unit with all the plugs and everything. It has
Yeah.
to be weatherproof. It has to be used
Yeah.
internally. It could be their involvement on how to use it outside in the right way. It has to be
Yeah.
CSA approved. Everything. What was interesting, and I was being following this product, is I was waiting for the full certification for Canada, which they got, and now it's perfect. Everything is certified. So it's, to me, certification is a key word. I never use a product like this or
Yeah.
recommend something that is not certified or is bypassing their certification by other ways.
Yeah.
And so that unit is it's a nice startup, but they are well founded. They have a good marketing plan, and I think it resolves an issue that EV can have or cause sometime to our lifestyle. Yeah.
Yes. Uh, I'm just curious. Do you know if they will be working on one that can be outdoors? Just because I know there is, me included, a few of us that we don't have garages or anything. I guess we could just build an actual weather tight box for it. But do you know if
I
they
don't
would be?
recommend it because it's not recommended right indoor for outdoor use right now.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
well, this will just void the guarantee, and
Yeah.
and you don't want that for now. But I because the over the years I did a lot of customer service, thousands of cases or discussion with people, and the 1450 plugs or these kind of plugs, it's very useful, but if it's not well used, it can be costly, or it can cause damage to your equipment. Because if
Yeah.
you're using it regularly, the legs can be just have you can have a loose in your legs, and now the ground or is not working well, or just one part is, so you can have an arc. And you can have a fault on your equipment. So you have to use these
Yeah.
plugs with care and the right situation. It's very useful, but it's electricity. And the thing about
Yeah.
electricity is that with gas, if you have a problem with your gas, with gas with your car, you're gonna smell it and you're gonna find it right away. If you lose electricity or you have a problem with electricity, you don't know it. It's something that is not tangible. We don't, and it's something that we throw away every day. Also, a lot of electricity is produced, and we're not using it. It's produced to buy, so we can be, we can make steel or products with it, and we throw away these products
Yeah.
also. So electricity is, it's a good energy, uh, but also the way we use it in our lifestyle, we're not the best at it also. So having this kind of product or solution can brings more awareness also to
Yeah.
that. Also, if we can add monitoring on that, which we are working right now with another solution to have monitoring to all of our units, but not just more monitoring to EV chargers, but monitoring to the building also. We want to bring the customer experience, not just on the EV charger side, but more on the electricity or building side, which includes EV charging also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So is this then your guys's main product that you're working on right now? Is the NeoCharge and getting it out?
Yeah, we're getting it out. We had signed the agreement last week, and in a matter of 48
Okay.
hours, everything was on our stores at Sun Country Highway and EcoRoute Quebec. And now we are working with the dealerships and everything, all the network that we can have in Canada that people who are interested to sell their product also. Because we are more like
Okay.
the master distributor of the country. We do our own
Yeah.
sales because we need to support the marketing programs and sales and um, learning seminars and a network. These sales that we do online help us to be able to bring this kind of expertise and go further in our projects. But we also need to work with people in different kind of markets that could use that also, and that includes Canada. But we can sell also across United States or North America, no problem.
Okay. So with you guys being the main distributor, but you're looking for essentially the partners, like the dealers or whatnot. If somebody was interested in partnering with you guys, is there the best way to get in touch with you
Oh
guys,
yeah, it's
or
with me, with Stephane. Stephane, there. It's very easy. You just call me. It's very you call and you ask. We're very mind
okay?
open, and this product is very nice because there's a lot of previous installations out there, and now you can
Yeah,
reach out to these customers that couldn't afford or couldn't install another charger, and now you can upgrade them also because they couldn't do it. They only had 200 amps and very limited. And now you can reach out to your other customer, do customer service where hey, we have this product. So for the people for the EV charger companies that already sold equipment that are compatible with this, it's another market for them also. But
yeah,
also for us, it's a great opportunity to work with good companies and good people that work hard to develop this industry. It's been it's been almost a decade, and now we're seeing the good results also. Every time an EV is sold, 5 people don't buy a gas car. That's that's
yeah.
that's a start.
And so, I guess with the distributors, are you guys kind of right now looking more towards the dealership side, just because it kind of connects the car buyer with kind of all the services together?
It's one of the markets, the car buyer,
Okay.
because you can have a lot of you can, like I said, the spa industry. Some people would like to have a spa, but they already have an
Yeah.
EV and can't afford. They could afford the spa, but the whole system and the panel
Yeah.
breaker won't. So now these the salesman now I can have an option for that market, like, or it can be you can charge. Let's say you have an equipment at your company, and it has an electric motor, and you could plug it on it. But sometimes if the car is charging, it has priority. So it's not only a car thing;
Yeah.
it's also an appliance market.
Yeah.
In farming industry, a lot of farmers will move to electric pickup over the years, and they also have a welding machine or other equipment, and the plug is already
Yeah.
installed. Which I recommend the first thing before doing any kind of equipment that you plug into that, a charger or equipment. Have this plug validated. I've seen so many bad cases about just a wrong plug or wrong installation. It's
Yeah.
very important to for safety and safety of others also, to have this plug inspected before you, because it's a lot of power charging a car. A lot of people don't realize that
Yeah.
charging a car, it's like if you would have 14 air dryer working at the same time on this plug for 6-7 hours.
Well, and even like it's the amount of power that is even involved in the car
Yeah.
side of it that can impact the whole
Oh yeah.
wiring. It's my car. My whole house is electric. I don't have any gas coming to it. I use maximum 10 kilowatts a day. I have a Hyundai Kona that essentially is 6+ days worth of power out there. And we're just going to think that we can wire it up ourselves.
Mhm.
So, um, yeah. So, and especially out in the country, I have a bunch of family out there that they kind of do all their own
Yeah.
electrical and all that. So,
Yeah.
especially with something like this that you're dealing with a kind of
Yeah.
expensive box,
It is, but yeah, it
plus
is,
the
but
chargers.
there's a learning curve in this industry. Also for the car mechanics or for the electricians, not all of them, mostly not all of them, were have a chance to install an EV charger, and
Yeah,
sometimes. It can be frustrating for the customer at the end because the unit is not working. I see a lot of electricians um, there's a plug, just removing the wire that was installed with the charger and installing their home. And when most of the time, when you do that, you lose the certification because the product was certified with this cable. And if you run
yeah,
your own cable, now the product is not certified. If there's any problem, it's not the CSA or the certification office that will work with that. It's the insurance company of the electrician and yours.
yeah,
So it's a very interesting market, but there's also a lot of codes and regulation that we need to respect. And sometimes just to be able to respect everything in those codes will bring up the installation costs by 30-50%. And
yeah,
some people are ready to move, but their system is not ready to move. But the NeoCharge brings opens the door to a lot of customers that would be interested to have an EV or two, or because if you're limited in power, you could afford 2 EVs, and every week that you have a gas car, you're losing money on the next EV.
yeah.
Um, so
Well, and some people might have, the like city car EV, your Nissan
also,
Leaf,
yeah,
your Ionic or whatever, but then want a bigger one. So, your Model 3s, your Konas, whichever it is. So it's not like you're dealing with two very expensive vehicles, just you need to find a way to charge both them. And especially with the city one needing to be charged more often than the longer range
yeah,
one.
yeah. Uh,
Um,
that
and so
range,
is it going to be cheaper to get a NeoCharger in the garage or wire up a whole nother charger just for that?
yeah,
Which,
and you can't remove this installation. Um, and
yeah,
it all depends also on the way you use your cars and the available time you have and budget. Because with the NeoCharge, well, if you already have 2 plugs and now you could have 4 cars, it's a family thing.
yeah,
Let's say a lot of family have 4 cars, one for the wife, one for the husband, and for the kids. So
yeah,
they would install just 2 chargers, and now they could family share with the other charge. And you could try to ask the kids to pay for the NeoCharge, but that's another case. But the system
uh,
allows you more flexibility over the years, and we are looking
yeah,
for adoption. We are on the adoption side, on the right curve, uh, and every time we facilitate their user experience, it's more clear for the users. Also, why you just have plug and charge. That's simple. Plug and charge. Okay,
yeah,
there's a bracket you need to install, but the it, a lot of people are afraid of all this system. Old people also. There's I've met a lot of people over 75 years driving an electric car because it makes sense for them. But all this
Yeah.
wire stuff, how do I plug it, and it can be scary for them. So every
Yeah.
time we have a simpler way to use our system or more interoperability in our system, also, the more it's easy for the end user. It's always the less uh, you have to do to be able to charge or to be able to move to EV. Uh, it's always a better.
And that, yeah, it's exactly that. It's something that's easy enough. It's not waiting and the expenses and all that
Okay,
adding up
the EV
for that.
charger is a commodity product, like the hot water tank. In
Yeah.
1980 something, I don't remember, 1880 something, I don't remember, but somebody came with an idea with it's called the electric hot water system. And now everybody had one question in their mind, not about how it works and everything. Is my panel breaker okay? Can I afford it?
Yeah.
Can no, I can afford it, but no, I have to work. Okay, I have to install the wires. I need to install another. Oh yeah, I need to pass the water. Oh, the water. Yeah, I need I need I need it's another. So
Yeah.
the hot water. When it well, we not right now. Nobody is asking question about hot water, and I believe that EV charging in the next 10 years will be also included in our lifestyle, like a hot water tank that and it's just a matter of time adoptions. And the more it's simple, it's a neighborhood thing. You would never buy a hot water tank to a guy 1,000 kilometers away from your home. Bad customer service will happen if you have a problem. So you're looking for somebody
Yeah.
next to your place. So working with dealers for us is also brings the user experience in a local neighborhood in a region. You feel safe that your unit is going to work. You could afford not to have hot water for a day, but not to be able to go to work because there's a fault problem with the electricity or whatever.
Yeah.
It's stressful for people, and that's the first stage. Am I gonna be able to go to work? Am I gonna be will I be able to go to the OK Tuner tournament? Because it's not for us
Yeah.
guys. Mostly, it's on a we just hear the click. It's a geek thing and we have fun. But for a lot of families, it's not that. It's you need a security, and you don't need to have anxiety about the way you transport
Yeah.
yourself. And it's not sometimes if you have 2 kids, 3 kids, and you don't see yourself at the charger for half an hour. Sometimes it has to be very simple,
Eh,
and it has to be you have to adapt yourself. Also in the winter in Quebec.
eh, yes. Here in Manitoba, we're the similar. We got nice -40 weather and I park outside, so it's all about. It's one of the main reasons I went electric is I can have heat within a
Yeah.
block. Um, and so with the splitters, um, is there what would be the best way then to uh, find a local dealer or a local person that would possibly be selling these or
In the
installing
moment,
these?
because we signed a week ago. Um,
Yeah, and that
you
yeah,
contact
just
us.
a
Yeah,
week
you
old
contact
deal.
us at Sun Country Highway or at Eco Quebec. You ask for Katie or Stephane, and I'm leading the program in Canada right now. I'm the one who brought
Okay.
the deal, the idea to Kent. I spot. It's like for me, for my company or my side, I like to find new innovation, bring them with me, and go further with that. And I said, well, Kent, you're well established with Sun Country. We always you have a customer service experience. We are there, and other than say EV charger, sometimes it's good to have other innovations also. So for
Yeah.
us, it was allowing us to serve the Canadian market as well in English and in French with a lot of experience also.
Yeah.
It's more than 8 years, 9 years and more. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Um, and is there anything else that you would like others that are looking at getting that second EV, um, or even just with the appliance or the panel that's full and they're wondering how they're gonna make the move to electric? Is there anything you would like people, like the main topic or main thing to stick in people's head about NeoCharger?
Problem solver. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
problem solver for a lot of situation, because for the market, I worked a lot in the industry. It's always, yeah, you can have good intention, but at the end, it's the electrician that will tell you the reality and the bill
Yeah.
also. And sometimes if your installation cancels your economy for 5 years of buying an electric car, maybe you won't move the move because
Yeah.
there's no added value. I'm go, I'm gonna save this kind of money, and yeah. But most people, it's a money thing. We need
Yeah.
it's very new. I would add that most of people don't realize that the first day of their week that they work pays for uh, the gas they need for the rest of the week to be able to go to work to buy the
Yeah.
car and maintain their lifestyle. So the first day of the week, after taxes on your salary, after taxes on gas, but also if you buy, after all those government taxes, there are also the margin, transportation, and marketing. The marketing is very important in the cost of gas. So at the end of the day, with the efficiency of a car, you can buy $100 of gas, but the real value is about $12. So you worked a lot for only $12 that will be used to make your replacement.
Yeah.
Because the other thing is not gas, it's the system that will sell you the gas. Because you need somebody full
Yeah.
time, one employee full time to check for the pump. With gas, you don't need a driver to deliver. You need a driver to deliver gas to your gas station. So it's an whole system. So every time the salary waves goes up in the transport industry, the gas transport goes up. It's all we need to work. All the system with inflation is going to increase. With electricity, it's delivered to your door. You don't need somebody to watch it full time. So there's an added value to a lot of situation for using an EV. But also, if you can now have two EVs because the NeoCharge gives you this possibility, uh, and it's gives you well, if you want to afford the NeoCharge, it's very simple. Huh? For about 6 months, you just don't throw away food. Most of
Yeah.
Canadians are throwing away 60% of the food that is produced in Canada. Every time you drink a coffee and you just throw out of it, well, this half of it has been produced. It's water, it's grain, it's electricity, and all
Yeah.
the transportation that was done with it. It's very simple. Or you make a recipe. You have this little nice bottle of fish oil that you have for a year, and not you don't use it anymore. It's half full. Well, you're throwing away half of the production line, all that goes with it, also that was done before. So
Yeah.
for most of the family, just watch how you eat and what you throw away, and you can afford that EV that you're looking for.
And I guess, especially if you're working with dealerships, to you could almost get possibly a
Yeah, yeah, oh
bundle
yeah,
with a
oh yeah,
NeoCharger and a charger and the car, and so it's all going onto the
yeah,
price of the
and
car. So it's not like you're then having to shell out that money
Oh
right
yeah, or
away.
sometimes
It's spread out over 5-7
they could
years,
upgrade
whatever.
two cars for rent, EVs for rent,
Yeah.
and buy back the other cars, and now they can move. They can move two cars.
Yeah. I don't have any more questions. You've answered all my questions I've had about this. Is there anything you want to let others know about what you guys are doing in Quebec or Sun Country as a whole or NeoCharge?
NeoCharge is a part of what we are doing. We still have this wonderful relationship with Clipper Creek and ASN Country Highway for the chargers we use. We are working also for other monitoring system, or so you can have load sharing or network chargers with our system. Also, it's a new backend we are designing right now. It's on test. And in Quebec, we're going to introduce a new monitoring system, monitoring system soon. That will allow you to monitor your EV chargers, but with all the whole home or your building also. So we're moving more to the building intelligence or building behavior also, and not as just EV chargers. So this is what my side in the company I do. I look for new products and try to get people working with us.
Which I guess also the EV power monitoring system would be good if, let's say, you're renting a house and you're paying willing to pay the electricity on the house, but you make it a deal with the tenant that they pay the electricity on the vehicle. Then it's a way that you can at least monitor how much power is going to what.
And how much power is going to what. And I'm doing a business case right now with a car dealer, and because he has these kind of electric bill and he doesn't know where the money is going, so we're using that in a consulting service to be able to have the right information. Hey, this equipment, it costs you a lot of money. It's old. Or this equipment, since a month, is costing you more money. I think you need to service it. Or we can tweak the monitor or the sensor that we use for this sensor after 1,000 hours of usage will send you a text message or an email with that you need to do maintenance on this equipment. It's scheduled for maintenance. So you can be advised if a piece of equipment starts working or stop working during the night, or like you have a restaurant and you have a fridge or refrigerators. You don't want them to. But maybe you would like to know how much your business costs while you're sleeping, because it's not about just doing money. It's the money that you're losing when there's no customers in your business. So in the food industry, and you need to be able to know what is the ratio of this kind of equipment in your electricity bill, because like you don't touch it, you never see it. And
is it time to start replacing older stuff that is just sucking back the power?
And when you realize that over the night, for a month you can lose $1,000 of electricity for a building. Over the year, it's kind of interesting because now, I was looking for a new equipment for the company. So, but you didn't see it before. Monitoring, you will always talk about EV chargers, but to me, EV monitoring the behavior of electricity in your building is the first step to bring awareness. Gas, you smell it. Electricity, it's not tangible. So you don't know that this little power plug supply that you have plugged behind your computer is costing you $25 a year. Or sometimes, for a family, they all have a tablet or phone. Each member have that. So over a year, charging your phone for mobility will cost you more than your fridge.
See, and that just gets you, especially for those that are looking for those environmental savings or whatever, it allows you to find out what's really using up the power and find those savings. Maybe help you afford that next EV or whatnot.
And you need to integrate that slide into your life. It's a smart it's a smart way to go. To be aware of
Yeah.
what you're using and the way you're using it. To be, if you want to resolve a problem, you need to know what's causing the problem. If we're not in Quebec, as I know, we're not very a good citizen when we're talking about electricity. We're not using it that well. When you're aware that you could probably, well, if save a grand a year in your home because you know what to do. Hydro Quebec won't tell you what to
Yeah.
do because they're not in your home and they can't monitor the way you're still using all this system. It will be it's not that for the moment. And every dollar that you're losing or you're spending or you're not putting in a new AV or a new electric car. And a lot of people dream
Yeah.
about this. I met with an old couple the other day, 82 years old. They bought a Bolt and they bought a charger at the time. And when I met with them, we made a calculation over the years that the two in the couple had a car and they use it to work and travel. But over the year, it was like close to $100,000 of gas that they spent. The guy looked at his wife. He said, "Man, why?" He looked at her wife. He said, "I burned my home. We just burn our home with gas. It's like you work every day and you take this shirt and you throw it in
Yeah.
a fire and you don't need it anymore. You used it today. Don't throw away. The gas is the same thing. Uh, I have no problem using gas to be able to make plastic or something that we can touch or recycle because it's the air. It's not going in the air. Yes, there's problem, but with gas, we're just taking molecules that they were there several years ago, and we're just burning them. But they're not the same molecule than our atmosphere today, and they have problem mixing and that's the problem with gas. It's not reusable. You burn it.
Yeah.
It's better to use it to transform it so we can use. I'm not. I can't talk bad about gas because if I look in my place, a lot of things is made with gas with plastic. Unless I can bring a solution
Yes.
to that,
Yeah.
a real solution, I'm not very well positioned to complain because I'm using these things. But maybe I'm using these things in the right way sometime, or I can learn to use them the right way. When to charge at the right moment. Oh man, I was charging my car at the same time that the pool starts. Oh, so there's a peak. Okay, there's a peak. Why there's a peak?
Yeah.
How can you avoid it? It can be costly for a lot of businesses to not to they won't install a charger because it can be very expensive on the bill at the end of the
Yeah.
year. In the workplace or a lot of situation in the workplace, the NeoCharge also will be able to double those installation you have made before.
Uh, yeah. And for workplaces and all that, it's a way that you can provide uh, power to employees that are willing to pay for it and see how it's all kind of working together. And if there is, yeah, those peaks and that you're having that you then are able to
Yeah,
talk to
yeah,
employees about, we've got to figure out ways to
yeah.
fix
But
this.
everything is we need. It's a very complicated industry, and we need to be able to address it with simple images also. Not
Yeah.
people is Volt is scary. It's a bad guy in a movie. So so I would end with one simple example that occurred several years ago. I was in a trade show and a mayor for that we used to
Mm.
work. There's an island in Quebec, Ile d'Orléans. There's about 12 little locations, and they have one mayor for all these little locations. And he was at the trade show, and he came to our EV stand. He was on. He had put his arm on the EV charger, and he started laughing. said, huh, we don't need that in our island. We don't have EV cars. That was in 2013. I look at him. I say, well, I was on your island last week. I could have stopped at your microbrewery, a place for chocolate. Look at this magnific view over there at the place that you have. I could have done camping. But one thing I know, if you would have EV chargers, I would have come to your place with more money in my pocket to spend at your locations and with more time because I need to charge. I would spend more time experiencing.
Yeah.
I would make pictures showing myself on the EV charger at this place where they make chocolate. So I would do marketing for your island. 20 minutes later, he's back with 5 mayors. Kid, explain that to them. 3 weeks later, I made a presentation, and 3 weeks later, they bought 14 units for the island. And the guy called me. Oh, I will take 14 units, please. And he called me back half an hour later. I said, well, it's a little island. Something happened. They will cancel the order. Well, no, they added 2 more. So it became the first island in North America with the most EV chargers per person in 2013.
Wow.
So we like to innovate or bring the like we did New Brunswick several in or the Trans Canadian Highway. We do these kind of projects to bring people. We did a lot of projects just so people can have access to an EV charger on a long road. We gave it away at the time.
Yeah.
It's because we wanted to be able to go not just in their town, to be able to have a place where you can charge. It's security, and when we have security, you have less anxiety about the range.
Yeah.
And having those kind of equipment or innovation at the time or today with NeoCharge is another level to being able to add more units on the road, but everything is related to installation and electricity. But it's less expensive than building a gas station.
Yeah. Well, I do thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your time and bringing this great product to our attention. And I can't wait to see what other great and new innovative products you guys can find.
Yeah, thank you. And first, I'd like to thank Spencer and Ryan at NeoCharge. You were great in doing this program for Canada, and we had to explain them what was the difference about California and Canada, and also Quebec. And this is where we can add values because there's a lot of people that do products that would like to sell in Canada, but they don't speak French. Yeah, so they can reach out to us, and we can help them on that way also. This is our the advantage we have. So I would like to thank you for the time.
Nice.
And thank you for the work you're doing about your blog or communications. It's very interesting also.
Thank you. And thank you for your time. You have yourself a great day.
Thank you.
Bye. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was great chatting with Stephane. So, if you guys do have any questions, comments, concerns, you can always email me at truenorthevpodcast@gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook at truenorthevpodcast, Twitter at truenorthevpodcast. You could also join me for a chat on Saturday, the September 19th, 7 p.m. on Google Meet. Link is in the notes section of this, and you can complain to me in person. I have no issue with that. So that's going to be held at 7 p.m. Central Time, so Manitoba time. So yeah, feel free to join in. It's going to be just a chat about all the different cars, a couple of new cars that I've recently come across from the Monroe Live YouTube, and yeah, just chat about cars, questions, concerns, previous podcast episodes. If you guys have questions, concerns about those, you could also leave me a voicemail. If you have Anchor, you can leave me a voicemail just in the link, and there is a little link in the notes section that you could do that. So that's all for now. We'll talk to you guys later. Toodles.